Hi, I'm Marcus, and this is Gray Zone Therapy. You might remember me from such videos as Know It All, the one-man musical.
And I'm Brittney, and everybody likes me because I'm always right.
So this video, if you haven't figured it out, is about the difference between confidence and arrogance.
Arrogance versus confidence is an interesting question because I think a lot of times people do get that confused. Or at the very least, there's a very thin line between those two characteristics that it's hard for people to actually define, practically speaking. But there is a definition for both of them. I mean, when I think of arrogance, I think of an aspect of superiority, thinking that one's better than other people, not wanting to ask for help, having a inflated view of your own value or your own self-worth or kind of what you can contribute to a situation or circumstances. Whereas confidence is more the belief in one's own abilities while understanding your own limitations, reaching out for help, and understanding that other people have value input that can benefit you and whatever it is that you're doing.
All right, so if I'm confident, I do believe in myself, but it's not a put down to others, and I don't necessarily think that I'm better than others.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm arrogant,
Mm-hmm.
then I'm being inconsiderate of others because they haven't asked for my opinion.
Yeah, yeah, being arrogant, kind of showing this superiority. You know, we tend to use the terms know it all, one upper, cocky, a diva, those types of associations we put with arrogance and that type of behavior.
So how would I be able to recognize then if I were confident?
Well, confidence truly is the ability to believe in yourself, believe in your abilities, but it's also backed by experience. The fact that you've potentially done this before, or maybe you've studied on a particular subject, or maybe you've had certain amount of experiences that have led you to believe that, or practice rather, that have led you to believe that, I can do this, I can do this well, I know my limitations, I know my boundaries, I know what I'm good at, I know what I'm not good at.
Okay. I remember from your preparation and a video that died on us that you had a great example of a football player.
Yes, 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 yes. I love to watch basketball and I love to watch soccer. And one of the great things about these team sports that we watch is a lot of times the conversation goes around who's the greatest. So, who's the GOAT, who's the greatest of all time? And you have these players that emerge that either are in the conversation for being the greatest of all time that have ever played the sport, the greatest for this generation, or the best player on their team.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that I've noticed about these sports players in particular is that there is a level of confidence that you need in order to walk out on that court, pitch, field, in order to play well, to play to your abilities, to utilize all the skills and talents that you have and have garnered through
Mm-hmm.
practice, while at the same time understanding that this is a team sport and they pass the ball. They defer to their other players who are also great and talented in their own respects in their positions.
Okay.
I was um I was reflecting on when we were all watching the FIFA World Cup and we all watched Argentina win the FIFA World Cup and everyone was super happy for Messi, who is considered by many the GOAT for soccer. But one of the things that also strikes us about that player in particular is his humility in his skills and talents, and his ability to pass the ball to others. He doesn't take every penalty shot. He doesn't go from the goalie plays and goes all the way up to a striker. He plays his position. He plays it well. He plays it with skill. If he's asked to play maybe a one or two others, he can play it all right.
Mm-hmm.
But he's done it to the best of his ability in his role and is very confident in that.
So he includes others.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like there is an element of skill or ability that's sort of required to be confident about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What if I have confidence about something that I'm not skilled at?
I mean, we could say that's hopeful, but there's potentially no way of knowing if You know, if you're good at something. I mean, can you like something that you're not good at? Absolutely. Many people love to paint, and hey, I'm no Leonardo da Vinci. But with that being said, if I'm going to come out and be like, I'm the best painter or I'm the greatest painter, if my skill doesn't match that, then that would be more of an arrogant statement.
Okay. So if I'm trying to avoid being arrogant,
Mm-hmm.
what would I need to do or not do in order to recognize and stop there before I go too far?
Yeah, yeah. And that, even that too far bit, kind of makes me think about, you know, where I feel like people might accidentally fall into arrogance, because I think it's an easy claim to just say that, oh, that person's just an arrogant person. They're just, inflated ideas of their own value, and they
Mm-hmm.
don't ask people for help and they put other people down. But I do think that sometimes, in order to combat one's own insecurities, or even just to portray a sense of confidence, that people might move and shift into more arrogant behaviors and they don't even
Mm-hmm.
realize. Like, they might feel like, I have to portray that I'm the best at this
Mm-hmm.
in order to believe that I'm the best at this.
Okay. So sometimes we can fall into it trying to fake it till we make it.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. What about unsolicited advice?
yeah. That's another piece there. Unsolicited advice. If someone didn't ask for my opinion, I tend not to give it, because that can come off really arrogant.
Mm-hmm.
That can come off as me telling somebody what to do. Oh, well, you know what you should do in this situation? You should do this, 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 and this, and this. Well, did they ask?
Okay.
Potentially
So
not.
also telling people what they should do. So informing people of their own lives and opinions and behavior.
Mm-hmm. Because then they're going to think, well, they're a know-it-all. How would I know?
Mm.
How would I know what you should do in your situation with your thing? Well, this is what I did, because when I went through something kind of similar to what you went through, I did this, 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 and that worked out for me, and da 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 da. And many people might think that that's quite
Mm-hmm.
arrogant, for one to just assume that they have all the answers to all the problems, or to your problems, when, well, especially in our line of work, we know that problems are quite vast, quite different, quite complicated, and they typically live in the gray zone.
True knowledge lies in knowing that you know nothing.
Well, yes, absolutely.
Okay. What about the other way around? What about if you're speaking on a subject in which you're informed
Mm.
and somebody tells you, hey, you're being arrogant?
Ah, yeah, that's really tough, because you are talking about something that you have experience for. There's evidence, right? So then I would probably step back and question, well, am I monologuing at this person? Am I just talking, 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 and not allowing for any other voices of expertise to come in? That
Mm.
might be arrogant as well, right?
Okay, so doing a little bit of checking, am I doing this thing?
Yeah. Am I? Am I not listening? Is someone trying to put in their input into this conversation, and I'm just shutting that down? I'm pushing that down. That's less important than what I have to say, because I have expertise in this area. I
Mm-hmm.
actually know. Because someone who's displaying arrogance might actually know about that thing that they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But if it also comes with me pushing down other people's voices, that's not so great.
Okay. So if someone tells me or accuses me that I'm being arrogant and I'm not,
Hmm.
what should I say to them?
You know, and that's the other piece. This is also how the other person takes it. So I would probably pause and say, hey, um, I'm sorry. Maybe I was talking a lot or too much. Was there something you wanted to add or contribute to the conversation?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, did you have something that you wanted to share or say? Because that's the piece with confidence. Confidence, you can allow other people to shine as well.
Mm-hmm.
With confidence, you can allow other people's value and input, and you can see the value and input that other people have. It can be a team conversation. It can be a team playing a sport. It can be
Mm-hmm.
a team doing this project all together, and everyone having their input, and you just being confident in your part. just because I have the expertise and the knowledge doesn't mean I need to say all of it.
True enough. So if there's a take home for the viewers, what would it be about this subject?
I think that, you know, listening is underrated. In our profession, we listen a lot. But I think, as you mentioned, when we go home, we go to our families, we're definitely not, well, I'm not perfect. And so listening can be underrated. So really to actively listen to when people are talking. Don't just wait for a pause in the conversation to insert your own idea and insert what I wanted to say, but think about what that person is saying and respond to it, engage with it.
Okay. So we don't always have to go towards what's right. We can include what someone else is saying and be confident in our knowledge without trampling somebody else.
Yeah. And if someone doesn't say something right or something doesn't feel right, we don't need to shout it down immediately. We can ponder, we can take a step back and say, okay, that's what they said, but I'll think about it. We don't just, you're wrong, that's incorrect. Actually, there's a better way to do this. Because that can also make the other person in a situation feel really embarrassed.
So it seems like you're also describing that if I'm confident about something, I'm not threatened by somebody else either contradicting it or even possibly having superior information.
Right. That piece right there that you said is huge. Being threatened by potentially being wrong, being threatened by somebody else being more knowledgeable or more important. That's really something that for someone who gravitates more towards arrogance characteristics, that's gonna hit them hard.
Okay. So I think that's a good overall summary.
Yeah.
And I'm really not sure how to end. How do you think we should end it?
Well, maybe by me saying, you were so lucky to have me here because I just had so much knowledge to share with the viewers.
Well, thank you. I am so fortunate.
No, I'm just teasing. I'm so glad that you had me on your show. Definitely nervous, but, thanks for making it a fun conversation, and I had fun. Hopefully I can join one of your other videos sometimes. Maybe I'll say something funny.
I'll be happy to have you. Thank you very much. Brittney Taylor, colleague of mine, obviously. And we'll see you on the next one.
Bye. So not getting this on the spot, and then I'd go home and be like, oh, I could have said this and this and this and this.
This is half of what I spend my time doing, sitting here thinking about some funny intro.
I see.
Then the rest is repeating it like 4 times until I get it right.
Yes. I like that. I'm Brittney. Everybody I can't even say it with a straight face. Everybody likes me because I'm always right.
All right, we'll give that a shot.
Okay.